Yeah. As I got another rhyme, another rhythm for y'all to listen. I'm never quitting on my mission. I'ma roll with what I'm giving. Got some ambition, this new edition, filling positions. Looking at the void in myself and feeling what's missing. Better watch the way you going, better go in the right direction. In the moment you stressing, but you gon' be counting blessings. And I know that for certain. Keep on working, open curtains, haters swerving, cause they ain't ready for your final version. Whoa. I'm never gonna give up. Fall down, I just gotta get up.
You're listening to the Tom Ficklin Show on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to 103.5 FM WHNN. This is normally the Tom Ficklin Show. I will, first of all, like to start in thanking Tom Ficklin for allowing us here at CARE to be part of his podcast and actually being able to come out to his viewers and share what I feel is very important information. I'm going to kind of change up some things today a little bit differently than what I normally do, only because we have a lot of things going on here at CARE that we want the community to be involved in. Normally we have people come on and talk, but today I just wanted to take an opportunity to come and speak with you. First of all, my name is Bernard Macklin. I work for the College of Health and Human Services here at Southern Connecticut State, where CARE is housed. CARE is a community alliance for research and engagement. And what we try to do is improve health here in the New Haven area among people most impacted by disparities, including people that look identically like me, Black and brown people, communities and low-income populations through collaborative research, practice, and engagement. That's important. That's one of the very things that when I started this whole job, I never really, or started working with Tom, I never really took the time out to really explain what CARE is and what CARE does in this community that we feel is important to people looking like myself here in the New Haven area. CARE works to promote programs and projects that connect our community to health that they need to be healthier. What does that really mean? Well, a lot of times what we call medical or vaccine or medical equity. Medical equity is one of those things that we fight for in our community, where we feel that having fair access, having fair care services have been missing among people that look like me, Black and brown people. And we want to ensure that people that look like us get the care that they need in order to survive. You can do so many other things in this world, but if your care and your health is not good, you're not going to be able to do too much. So we want people to stop taking the focus off themselves, meaning properly taking care of you. And one thing that I know is when it comes to disease, or when it comes to diabetes, when it comes to asthma, when it comes to heart issues, when it comes to so many medical issues, high blood pressure, it tends to seem to attack the very communities that I live in, which is Black and brown people. And we here at CARE want to make sure we're promoting services that directly help you get the services you need. We've been around since 2007, and we're still here today. I came on the CARE team probably back in 2019 to promote the flu. And since that time, COVID and multiple other issues have started or begun to happen in our communities. So I feel that it's so important to help people understand that CARE is just one aspect of this problem or this issue that happened in our communities. CARE is just one piece of the puzzle. The biggest puzzle that needs to be solved is people that look like me that live in these communities. We need people just like you to step up and step into your communities and begin to promote medical equity and vaccine equity, which I will get into here soon. Promoting better, healthier communities. And whatever that means to you and whatever that means to us, we need to come together and find out what that is in order to improve it. Because if health is not improved, if health is not looked at as important, we're going to run into the same things we did with COVID. Yes, a lot of people died during that first couple of years of COVID. But guess what? A lot of those people look identically like us. And that's upsetting to me as a Black male, as a man in this community that lives in this community, that it always seems to be us. But a lot of that has nothing to do with anybody else. It has to do with us as people taking into our hands our lives and stop looking to someone else to step in and assist us. I don't know if that ever will happen completely. But what I know can happen is that we can take a stand, a real stand for ourselves to ensure that we're getting the very things that we deserve to have, the very things that we need and should be given unto us as human beings living here in New Haven, in the state of Connecticut, and the United States of America. That's real talk. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about how do we take back or reach out to the very things that we deserve when it comes to medical equity, when it comes to fairness of medical care in our communities. Yes, there are facilities in the New Haven area that you have access to that I don't know if you've actually ever gone or continue to go, that is there for people to give you the proper care that you need. One is Cornell Scott Hill Health Center, has been here over 50 some odd plus years, providing necessary care to this community for people that look like us. Yes, is any place perfect? Does every place does things perfectly? No. But this place here, right in the New Haven area, right here for you, the Fairhaven Medical Center, is also another place that you can go. The New Haven Health Department is another place that you can go to get the care that you need. But you have to step out and start building those relationships with these internal centers here, right here in the New Haven area. Your Yale Medical Center, hospital here in New Haven, places that are designated to provide you with the care that you need. And if they're not, these things need to be talked about and figured out to why this is happening and not to continue just to accept it. We need to begin to say the very things that we should have said many years ago that we need to say today. It has to be a point where we have to say, as the people that live in this community, that enough is enough. Medical equity in America is meant for every American. I don't care what country you come from. The day you became an American, you deserve the same thing that any other American has in this country. So that means we have to begin to speak vocally, not in a way that's negative, not in a way that's threatening, but in a way that is clearly understood that we are here to provide or get the very things that's necessary for us to live. Yes, making money. Yes, having a good job. Yes, having good relationships are all important. But medical equity is one of the most important areas in this life that we need to take advantage of. Who are you? What do you expect? What do you deserve? Should you get these things? The answer to all is yes. But the thing is that what I've noticed is that we become quiet, we become silent, but we are angry, but unheard. There are a few people in our communities that step up all the time to speak out for us, but that's just one voice. And then the approach is not in a way that's going to make a change or is going to make a change that works for us. So today, I just want to kick it with you just for a moment. Today, I just want to have a conversation. Today, I just want to reach out to these communities and the people that follow this show and speak out to say, what are we doing to make sure medical equity is right at the top of where we should be and what we should be doing here in the New Haven community and abroad. Tom has had so many shows and so many areas that we've talked about and so many conversations that are very relevant to our success. And Tom has allowed me over the past 2 years to come on this show and talk about many areas that we feel are important. But what I'm still noticing is that the numbers doesn't really reflect all the conversations that we've had. Why is that? Why do people outside of our communities always get the best and we tend to get whatever's left? It's because we just accepted it. We just accepted, well, this is how it's going to be, so it is what it is. I hate that word. I hate that phrase. It is what it is. No, it's not is what it is. We need to take that out of our vocabulary in the way that we speak when it's in reference to us as the people of this city. It is what it is. What we need to do is take a step to say, this is the way it needs to be, and this is the way it will be. Medical equity, proper medical services, receiving them, getting them, taking advantage of them, and not let past historical things that may have happened to us as Hispanic people, Latino, Jamaican, Haitian, people from India, Asian, Black Americans, all the things that may have happened to us, the Jewish community, whatever things that may have happened to us in this world, in our past, don't need to be our future. Why is it our future? Why is it our future? Our past is what it is. It's our past. It's not our future. We decide at some point, as long as I have breath in this mortal body of mine, what that future would be. It's funny how we got eyes in front of our head and not in the back. The back means it's behind us. It's no longer present if it's not something that is elevating us to something different. So what is that different? That difference is ensuring that everything we deserve, we're making sure it happens and we're taking full advantage of it. Remove that word hesitancy out of your vocabulary. Yes, is there some things that we should be hesitant about? Of course, yes, it is. A lot of things we need to be hesitant about. But we here at CARE want to remove all of those things that keep us in bondage and keep us connected to the very things that are holding us in bondage. Racism, we can't really stop somebody from being racist. But we need to begin to take a thought of how their racism is affecting my ability to receive the very things I deserve. I can't stop someone from hating me for whatever reason that is. Their hatred has nothing to do with me because I don't hate. I don't hate anyone of any color, any ethnicity, because I have an opportunity to love, and that's what I choose to do. So their hate can only stop what I deserve if I allow it. So when you hear about things happening in your community and you read about things happening in your community that may be of some benefit to you, stop looking at the negative side of it and look at the positive sides of it and how that could change your very life. That's what CARE does. But CARE can't do it without you. I can come on your block every day passing out flyers and having webinars and talking to your community leaders and your alders and everybody else. But all it turns out to be is just words that we have or words on paper, because people are hesitant to believe it's for them due to other things that has nothing to do with your health. Yes, we were taken advantage of for many years. Way before I was a zygote in my mother's belly. Even before I was in any existence, these things were already present. Way before your grandparents, your parents, your grandparents and great-great-grandparents and so on and so forth. These things were relevant then. But when do they stop being relevant? Now, in order for us to move forward, to allow our communities to receive once again the very things that you deserve. Believe that you are the best thing that was ever created. Every person that's born, you are the best thing that was ever created. And CARE wants to help you to realize that. That's what promoting programs, projects to connect to our communities so they can be healthier. But I can bring all of those things to your doorstep and knock. But if you don't open up your doors to receive it, then it just goes away. That happens in our community all the time. Things come and then they just go away. I'm tired of things going away. I want to have something that is going to remain and affect not just me, but my neighbor, my city, my state, most of all, my country. I don't want things just to come and keep going away. But when people are working so hard to bring things to you and you ignore it, or you have an attitude about it and you push it away, guess what? It goes away. And then we remain in the same place that we were this whole time. So I need some folk to step up and help me. Well, Mac, what are they going to help you with? Excellent question. I'm glad that you asked. Help me to promote medical equity in our districts, and this community, and help get your parents, grandparents, you and your children vaccinated. People have many reasons why they don't get vaccinated, and most of them are invalid. Some of them are very valid, some of them are not. If your body just can't take the vaccine, and some people's bodies cannot, good reason not to get vaccinated. Then what's your plan after that? Outside of that, if that's nothing else outside of harming your personal body, then there's not a reason why you shouldn't get vaccinated. The reasons why you should is a whole different matter. I said just not too long ago that you are the most important thing that was ever created, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I really believe that. I live by it every day of my life. I think if I didn't live by it, I don't know if I would be here right now with some of the things that I also may have been connected to earlier in my life. But because I believe no weapon formed against me, I believe that anything that comes my way is for my benefit and not for naught. So I want to talk about that. I've been around this business for quite some time in many ways. Vaccinations is something fairly new within the last 3 years. But I understand the importance of vaccination. And I understand the importance of why I got vaccinated. A good friend of mine that I met a few years back, hoping you don't mind if I say his name is Maurice Williams. Maurice and I became really good friends, and we're still friends to this day. But he shared a story with me about COVID and his experience with COVID. But up to that conversation, I was hesitant about getting the COVID vaccine, like most people still are today. And those are the people that I want to speak to now, the hesitant people. Those of you that are no longer hesitant, I clap and applaud you for using the very thing is called common sense. And I'm not talking negative to anybody that didn't do it. But what I mean by common sense is that you understand the importance of something that's meant for you, not something that is against you. The government and all the other reasons we say why we're not vaccinated has nothing to do with you personally. What happens to do with you personally is taking advantage of the very things that's there for you to help you remain healthy. So when the COVID knocks on your door, and some of you already know what that's like, not being vaccinated and getting COVID. It seemed like the issues that went along with the people that are unvaccinated were a lot more serious than those that were. Yes, you might have had a sore stomach, you might have had a headache, a cough. That's all the things that come with COVID. But some people ended up in the hospital, and some people didn't return home. This stuff is nothing to play with. Not a joke. It's not fun. Who has fun being sick? But if I had to be a little sick versus severely sick, I'm going to take the little sick versus being severely sick. Nobody wants to be sick at all. Understand that. But some things are out of our control. So we have to get into that place where we begin to see what is actually in our control. Getting vaccinated is within your control. And this is coming from a Black man, not a Caucasian man or woman, not an Asian, Hispanic, Jamaican, Haitian, Filipino. This is coming from a Black man. And I'm not a sellout. That's what most people call people that work in the system. Or you just letting the government just tell you anything and you're not for us. That's not true. I come from the very inner cities of the state that I grew up in. I know what it's like not to have electric on or have the gas on or not have enough food to eat. So I fought at every place in my being to remove myself from that sort of life. So when people say I don't understand, that's a joke. I actually do understand, severely understand. So this conversation today is not with anybody else but me and you. And why do we have to fight amongst each other and never get things done correctly because of hesitancy? So I want to get rid of that word. It is what it is, and hesitancy. I want to remove it from the very presence of our community. I don't want to lose another family member because of some false misinformation, disinformation that goes out into the air, into our communities to scare people from taking the very steps that they should take and receive the very care that they should have. Why it's right there next door to you. There's clinics all over this city that you have access to. Some are meant directly for you, not dissing the others, but some are meant directly for you and for you to take advantage. My good friend, Michael Taylor, the CEO of Cornell Scott Hill, I met this man over 12 years ago. And this man's intelligence is beyond anything I've ever seen. I've watched the way he's taken Cornell Scott and the services that we had when I started there to the services that they have for you right now, that you can go and receive at little to no cost to you. That is not heard of in most communities, but I've watched this man and his team at Cornell Scott do phenomenal things. I speak of that because I know this man, and I only can speak to what I know. So don't anyone else, please don't take offense. I'm only speaking to what I know, but in what I've seen with my own eyes. They really care about medical equity as it relates to you. And when it comes to being vaccinated, they're waiting for you to walk through the door and get vaccinated. They have the staff, they have the providers, they have the nurses and CMAs. They're waiting, and front desk people waiting, and clinicians waiting to help you if you got mental issues and you're not dealing with things that are beyond your ability to reason with, that may be preventing you from getting vaccinated. Whatever it is, look at your local clinics in Fairhaven, here in the city of New Haven, with the New Haven Health Department. I throw them in there as well. I love the people and what they're doing. Ms. Bond is doing a fantastic job with getting services out to you, but it means nothing if you don't take advantage of the services. How do you remove this very thing called medical hesitancy when it relates to your health? I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Is that all right? Can I help y'all out a little bit? I'm going to talk to you about who you should be and what you should be in your communities. I want to get into this. It's called becoming a trusted messenger. We have a program right here now with CARE that I would like to talk to you about. It's called our Vaccine Equity Fellows Program. So what is this Vaccine Equity Program? This is a program to help you speak out, as I said earlier in my conversation with you. Beginning to help you to stand out and speak out for things that you deserve. Stop thinking that it's there to hurt you and it's not for you. That is the biggest lie that's within our community. It's against me. It's going to hurt me. Y'all don't care about me. They have to care about you because you live right here with them. So if they didn't, they still got to care, because you walk in the same Stop and Shops and Price Rights and stores and community and restaurants as anybody else do. So if you don't care about your health, you know what I'm saying? They have to, because we affect them if we're unvaccinated. So we have to care anyway. But what hurts is when things are offered and we don't take advantage because we know that they don't care anyway. Don't let that stop you from getting vaccinated because someone don't care about you. But there are some folks that do. The New Haven Health Department, Cornell Scott, Fairhaven, Yale Hospital, Yale Services, they care. So I need for you to begin to take advantage of what you have in the New Haven community and help us here at CARE to be partners with us through our Vaccine Equity Program. Vaccine equity is making you what, in short, a trusted messenger, someone that's going to go out as your CMT managers do, or your alders do, and other community people out there that work in the community advocates that's out there in the community, striving every day to make life better for each and one of us. But hesitancy, my friends, is what keeps us from getting the very things we deserve. And when are you going to get like me and just be flat out tired of not getting the very things that you deserve? This ain't a lecture. This is the truth. These are facts. As we say facts, this is facts. Why are we not getting the things that we deserve? Because we're not trusted messengers. We sit at home and play video games all day and do nothing. Some people do, not all. Or we just go to work and make our money, but we can care less about our neighbor, or we can care less about other people we work with by not taking care of ourselves medically. When do we stop doing that? Everybody wants things to be fair. They would never be fair with hesitancy in front of us. Racism is just not among Caucasians. Racism is found in every ethnicity that exists, even in ours. And a lot of times, racism is amongst the same ethnicities. We're fighting in our own ethnicity. Nobody's doing anything else to us but us. When do we get a hold of that? When we hear about everything outside of medical, when the murders and things that are happening in our community, that's Black on Black, Hispanic on Hispanic, Latino on Latino, Caucasian on Caucasian, Asian on Asian, Jamaican, Haitian on themselves. A lot of that stuff is always in your own communities. And so you never can take the time out to think about the very things that's most important, yourself. So I want to create Vaccine Equity Fellows, which is trusted messengers that come out in the community in masses, not 1, 2, 3 people. not just one Sean Reeves, not just one Maurice Williams, not just one Carla Estelle Bragg, not just one Robin Davis, not just Robin Moody Davis, not just one. Just throwing a few names out there for people that I know are working out here in these communities every day. But it's just one. Just one won't do it. We need more trusted messengers. I need you, your neighbor, the neighbor next to that neighbor, to become a trusted messenger. And we're willing to help a little bit with that process by bringing people like you on as vaccine equity fellows here at CARE to begin that process. To help you work in the districts and areas where you live, to help the people that you could help. So if you're tired like me, then help me. Connect with me at Macklin, Macklin, B1 at southernct.edu. Connect with me. Let me help you to become a trusted messenger. And then receive a little stipend for your services. That's one thing that you can do. How do I become that trusted messenger? By making that connection with me or other companies like myself that are looking for outreach and vaccine equity fellows, trusted messengers to come and assist them in this effort. You all know where things are not happening. You all know the areas of your city that hasn't been touched. You all know the people that are suffering medically with no one there to help them. The community healthcare team, the big blue RV that goes around the city, has trusted messengers that work for them. They're willing to come to those little areas where nobody else want to go. Griffin Health Center, Griffin Health, willing to come out and bring vans and places right there where you live. But we need people like you to tell us where those places are. Help our outreach. We're not doing outreach just to get paid. We're doing outreach to change lives, save lives, make life better, not worse. But hesitancy and fear stops that process. So people, let me ask a question. Are you seeking change, or you want to be what it is, or hesitant and freeze and do absolutely nothing? Then we're condoning the lifestyles that we currently are living, because we won't step out and say enough is enough, and I'm ready to do something different. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. That's what I believe as a Christian man. I'm not forcing my belief system on anybody, but me as a Christian man, I just believe that. And my life reflects it. So, but I just don't want my life to be that way. I want the lives of every person that I see, not begging bread, but getting the very things they deserve to have. So become a vaccine equity fellow. Connect with me, Macklin, B1 at southernct.edu. Let's start it there. The second thing I want to talk to you about is the movement that is happening with Griffin Health The movement that's happening, sorry about that, the movement that is happening with Griffin Health, Cornell Scott Hill, and the New Haven Health Department, and the New Haven public school systems. They have things happening right now that needs your support. But support means that support for things you need. Things that you deserve. That is to be vaccinated. If you haven't received your booster, if you haven't been vaccinated, period, with the COVID, the bivalent, or you haven't received a flu shot, we have that stuff waiting for you at these places. On December 12th, Woodward, in the Fairhaven Heights neighborhood, Rogers in Amity, Betsy Ross in the Hill on December 13th, Fame at Fairhaven on December 13th. On December 14th, Adult Ed at the Hill, East Rock and Fairhaven. On the 15th, John C. Daniels in the Hill, Highville Charter on Dixwell on the 16th, Sound School in the Hill on the 16th, Gibson, Fairhaven Heights on the 19th of December, Bishop Woods, Fairhaven Heights, Beecher, Beverly, and Beaver Hills on the 20th, Obama, Beaver Hills on the 20th. Go to those places that's right there in your communities and get vaccinated. Support those clinics. If you're looking for more information and you want to know more about what's going on in your city, connect with me. Connect with Cornell Scott. Connect with Fairhaven. Connect with the New Haven Health Department. Connect with Griffin. Connect with the state Department of Public Health. Connect with the CDC. Go on the CDC website. Research don't need just to be done by us. Research can be done personally by yourself. Everybody has a cell phone. You got the internet on your cell phone. Look up the CDC. Receive that information or where you can go, information about what I'm talking about right now. Remove hesitancy from this community. Become a vaccine equity fellow with care. Go to the very clinics I just mentioned. Go to the New Haven Health Department. This information is on their website. Go to the Cornell Scott Hill website. This information is there. Go to the Griffin Health site. This information is there where you can go and where they're having clinics to get vaccinated right in your own neighborhoods. If you don't want to go to the hospital, if you don't want to go to the centers, you can go to clinics right there in your neighborhoods. But what I also would say, if we're not in your neighborhood, connect with me. Tell me what neighborhoods we missed, and we will come to your neighborhoods and get you vaccinated. Stop letting people give you bad advice. One thing you can't fight with me is a fact. You can fight a lot of things else with me, but a fact speaks for itself. And right now, I'm part of that fact because I'm fully vaccinated. And I have been for quite some time. I've been sleeping the flu shot for over 20 years, and nothing's wrong with me. Maybe my sanity at some points, but that has nothing to do with the vaccine. It's just things that happen in life. But my physical body is protected. I want to thank you all for giving me this time just to talk with you for a moment. I want to thank Tom Ficklin. Y'all connect with Tom. Tom is one of your elders in your community. Connect with Tom. Very intelligent man. Seek some of that knowledge. Connect with him and anyone else that you feel can benefit you here in the New Haven community. Connect to your NAACP for what's happening with them in your communities. Connect with the people that can benefit you. Remove hesitancy so we can receive what we deserve. Medical equity at its best. With that, thank you so very kindly. I'm going to cut it here. But if you have questions, you can call me 203-392-6919 or my email, macklinb1@southernct.edu. Be well. Truly, I love you because you are like me. We're one. Let's work as one and get the job done. All right.
This is Harry Droz, and you're listening to WNHHLP.
As I got another rhyme, another rhythm for y'all to listen. I'm never quitting on my mission. I'ma roll with what I'm giving. Got some ambition, this new edition, filling positions. Looking at the void in myself and feeling what's missing. Better watch the way you going, better go in the right direction. In the moment you stressing, but you gon' be counting blessings. And I know that for certain. Keep on working, open curtains, haters swerving, cause they ain't ready for your final version. Whoa. I'm never gonna give up. Fall down, I just gotta get up, yeah. Cause this is